Hello, I'm just going to say welcome to my channel instead of welcome back because it's been so flipping long since I talked to you guys. It's probably been like 10 months since we last spoke, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster summer, let's say. Maybe it wasn't quite 10 months, but it's been a long time since we spoke. Let's find out actually. Shall we have a look when I last posted? It's been about, yeah, roughly 4 months, 4.5 months since I last posted. And yeah, like I say, it's been a bit of an up and down summer. I'm not sure what order I'm going to be uploading these in, but you've either just seen not that long ago or will be seeing that we bought a house. For those of you who may remember, if you've been hanging around, and I must say, if you have been hanging around waiting for me to upload, thank you so much for hanging around, because I am the worst at this when it comes to being stressed, and I always tell myself to power on through and upload and just be honest with people, but as soon as I have any vague amount of stress, I just cease to function as a human being properly. It's rubbish, and something I need to work on is, you know, still allowing myself to enjoy doing things like creating videos and whatnot when I'm stressed out. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Yeah, so thank you for hanging around if you have still been waiting for me to upload. I am fine, but the whole house buying process was very stressful. It was meant to be easy, and it wasn't. And just to explain, we had 2 house sales fall through last year. So when we were trying to buy this house that we're in now, it was obviously even more stressful for us because we didn't want to have to wait another year to buy somewhere if this all fell through. But it didn't, and we're here. And we have had the keys for 4 weeks, and we have lived here for 2 weeks. And this is our second or third weekend. I really wanted to do an empty house tour, but to be honest, my brain was fried, and I was just in utter shock and awe that it all went through. I was just like really, yeah, surprised. So I haven't done an empty house tour. We will do a house tour in this video. There are some rooms that we've already started to renovate. This house needed and still needs a lot of love. It's not had some real love put into it for a long time, I would say, and you can see that. And yeah, so we've been starting to put some love back into it. We started renovating things. It's Sunday today. I'm on my own for the first time in this house for the weekend. Mike is away playing games with his friends, and I felt really out of sorts. I was really looking forward to this weekend. I was really looking forward to some quiet time. You know, it's been really chaotic the past month or so. And then I had a not so great week, let's say. Well, not even a whole week, just a couple of days at the end of this week. And it kind of threw me for a loop. I decided I wasn't going to vlog this weekend. But then I was watching a Madeline Olivia video, an old vlog. And she was saying how, like, she just didn't feel comfortable. She was almost exactly the same. Like, she might as well have been just reading my mind. It was a Sunday and Alex was away, and she just, like, felt really out of sorts. And she was like, I'm just going to do everything I plan to do and not just laze around on the sofa like I want to do. And I was like, yes, Madeline, you are correct. So here we are. We are doing this. It is 20 past 11, as I just briefly mentioned. I have been batch cooking some food. With all of the move and everything, we kind of got into a real bad rut with not eating very well, or just putting things together that weren't really great, and letting food go bad, and you know, I don't really like that sort of thing. So yeah, I thought I've batch cooked some fruit. I haven't decided if I'm going to batch cook any veggies. And then a bit later, I'm going to put like a slow stew on. It's one that my mum used to make when I was a kid, and it's real comfort food for me. And but I need to go and get a few bits. So we're going to walk up to the Co-op later. I say we, me. I need to take the dog out at some point. It's an absolutely glorious day today, I have to say. Absolutely stunning blue skies. Yesterday was miserable AF. But it's absolutely glorious day today. So a good walk with the dog will be good. A good walk to the co-op will be good. I want to try and do a bit of tidying in the front garden, and I want to show you around the house. And there's a few other bits and bobs I'm doing. I've been talking on my TikTok, although I haven't posted on that for a while either, that I've been getting into diamond painting, or crystal painting, some people call it. And I've started doing this one for Christmas. My mum and dad bought me some Christmassy ones, technically for my birthday, which isn't for like 2 weeks yet, but so I've started that. So we're going to do a bit of that later. And just, yeah, try and make the best of this day. I've potentially got some stressful days coming up next week. It's all a bit up in the air, so we'll see. And I just want to enjoy today as much as I can, ready for the week ahead. And yeah, I thought you'd come along with me. I'm just, yeah, feeling a bit awkward because I've forgotten how to talk to a camera. Okay, so whilst it's light, I thought we'd just start with the fun stuff of doing the actual house tour. I am going to shut the blinds. So we have as you can see, a 3-room. I'm just going to shut these blinds so that I can actually film without giving away too much about where I've moved to, because internet privacy, and B, actually having the light only one side of the room. So yeah, as you walk into our house, as you walk in, this is our lounge. Please ignore the paint work on the walls. Mike has started prepping this room for painting. You can see we've got this interesting fireplace. If I say anything and you think, oh, I really like that, why are they changing that? Then this is just my personal preference. I'm not a big fan of this fireplace. I quite like the marble. I don't like the white surround, and I really don't like that electric fireplace, so that will be going eventually. Anyway, we're going to be painting all of this, and you can see we've got this glorious lounge diner. It's huge, and it's probably as big, the same length as our kitchen lounge was in the old place. This carpet we're going to be changing for wood floors eventually, but yeah, the first thing we need to do in there here, as you can see, is paint, and Mike's planning to do that in a couple of weeks when I'm away for work for a few days, so he's off for a week. So yeah, you can see beautiful long room. We've added these blinds. We haven't decided what we're going to do back here. I think it's going to be another set of blinds, to be honest. I don't really want to do like curtains one end and blinds the other, because that might look a bit weird. I don't want to do different blinds, so I think we'll just keep them the same. Walking through here, we have got the kitchen. Now this kitchen, on the surface of it, looks nice-ish. We always planned to change the doors, but, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but let's just say it hasn't had much love in a very long time, and cut a very long story short, we are going to need to get a new kitchen. It's not ideal because kitchens are very expensive, and we thought, oh, if we can just change the doors then that'll be fine, but the skeleton, it's not good, it's not great. But we really love how big it is. You know that Mike, for those of you who've been around, Mike is a really keen cook. And I think as much as he loved cooking in our old little house that we were renting, it wasn't much space. There's not enough surfaces. And to be fair, this deceptively looks like there's loads of surfaces, but there's really not, because like there's a random gap here. I think the last people had 2 fridges, so they've left this big double fridge freezer for us, which loving. Although, yeah, in time that's probably going to need to replace. They had another fridge or freezer here, which like we don't need that much. So yeah, we'll probably try and expand the counter there. There's just little things and some big things which have all added up to mean that this kitchen will need doing again sooner rather than later. So C'est la vie. Whilst we're down here, we'll have a quick look at the garden. Hello, dog. Let's shut this door. We're not letting the cat out at the moment because, yeah, it's just a bit soon. Another couple of weeks and then we will start letting him out, which I think will be good for him because he's getting really bored. But here's a garden. It's a lot of decking. It's a lot of decking. We've got this gorgeous, it's not ours, but there's an gorgeous oak tree there. It's next door's. We've got some raised beds. Now for me, it's too much decking. It's a gorgeous size garden, but it's too much decking. So we will be sort of nibbling away at it, reducing it down. I haven't decided if I want to keep all of it or none of it yet. Definitely want to put some grass back in. I really like these raised beds. And I think this one here, which way, was actually raised, but then the decking was brought up to meet it. So yeah, ignore the barbecue because it needs some TLC from us. That's our doing. I love this pergola. It's got a clematis and a honeysuckle on it. And the honeysuckle smells amazing. But yeah, it just needs, you can see, I've already been to the garden centre with Dad and bought some bits and bobs. It just needs a little bit, like everything else in this house, TLC. And if you like decking, then that is good for you, but I need some more green in our life. The front garden, which yeah, I would love to show you, but no, I'm afraid not. We do have a little bit of grass in the front garden, but who sits out in their front garden? So this is the hallway, again, needs painting. We put up these hooks and we got some lovely little IKEA baskets to put like dog stuff, hats and scarves and other bits and bobs. And then there was like some weird IKEA shelves here which was massively blocking at the hallway. It's not a big hallway. This carpet, I don't know if any of you who've been watching for a while remember, but we had in the rental we've just left, we had like this doormat material in the whole of the entrance, and we want to do the same thing here because it is flipping genius. It's just a really nice way of like, doormats move, and it's not a big space, and when people come in we have to shut this door so the dog obviously doesn't run out into the street. So people are trying to wipe their feet and we're all kind of crammed in this little space. So yeah, it would just be really nice to have the whole of the downstairs sort of lobby area covered, carpeted with that sort of rough doormat material, just because yeah, and it actually looked really nice. I think it was a nice way of doing it, especially when it's leading into what will be wood in there. I think it will look really, really nice. Anyway, then we go upstairs. Again, all of this is going to be changed. We're going to get new carpets, going to repaint in here. So we've come up the stairs, and then you go this way. We've got the bathroom. I really want to give this a deep clean today because I haven't really had a proper chance. It's a really, I wish I had a wider angled lens so you could see like the whole room. I need to get one probably. Really lovely bath. We've got a P-shaped bath. The shower is okay. It's an electric shower as opposed to a power shower, so the pressure isn't great. But it's a nice bath. And I've been enjoying having baths in here. I think out of all the rooms, this is the room that will need the least doing it to it. It just needs a clean, fresh bit coat of paint, and possibly a new shower. That's about it really. It's just like finishing touches. The wood on these cupboards doors has chipped and it's starting to blow where it's getting wet, so we will need to replace that eventually, but that's not urgent. And I want to kind of get like a blind or something, maybe a roller blind, something's just going to soften that area a little bit as well. Moving on, we go into the spare room. We have done absolutely nothing in this room except for put our furniture in it and try and keep it tidy. This is like our guest room / dressing room. Got the chest of drawers here with all of Mike's clothes in. Gorgeous big windows. One thing I do love about this house is that the windows are huge. We've got some plants in here that we still haven't found home for. Got a dog who really loves sitting on the bed. This has been like the staging area where I'm trying to find places for things. Mike's also being very naughty and putting his clothes here. Got a mirror. Hello. So yeah, it is actually not that bad a room, to be fair, decor wise. I don't really like the black carpet because it shows all the dirt. As soon as you hoover it, you feel like you need to hoover it again. The wallpaper will be going because our plan, I don't know if I've said this yet, but basically our plan is to just paint the whole house white, and then we can go from there. Just keep things really clean and simple to start with. My attitude when it comes to sort of decor is that it's much easier to change soft furnishings than it is to change, like, you know, the paint on the walls. Other people were like, no, I'd rather do it the other way around. So, you know, I'd much rather have all white walls. You know, maybe we'll put a warmer colour somewhere, haven't decided yet. And yeah, and then we have like soft, different coloured bedding, different coloured cushions. We're going to get a new sofa, all of these sort of things that can sort of just, you can change as you get bored. Anyway, so that's the spare room. You staying there? Yeah, come on then. Here is the master bedroom. A big bright room. I'm going to try and be a bit careful because I don't want to show you outside the window, but we have painted in here. This was all like a if I can get the listing photos, I will. Oh, make yourself comfy, dog. So this is all like a brown wood chip. So we've stripped all of that. We've painted it white. I say we, this is mostly Mike, I have to say. We also have these glorious big glass wardrobes, which are okay. There's a little bit of a crack down in that corner. The glass isn't very well set on the frames. We will need to get a new built-in wardrobe at some point. But yeah, it does quite nicely. We've gone for the same blinds as we have in the rest of the house. And yeah, that's pretty much the room. It's a nice room. It's really airy. I really like it. I think I'll really like the wardrobe even more when it's eventually, you know, fixed up and cleaned. And yeah, he's done a good job. And I particularly love this lampshade that we got from IKEA. I don't know why, I really love it. This is my office room, and I have to say I'm really pleased with it. I've spent a lot of money on gear in here. Got myself a fancy sit-stand desk. Oh, fancy sit-stand desk. I've got myself a walking pad because I work from home a lot and I'm stuck to my desk a lot. And then we've got these glorious little, these were actually in this room when we moved in, these shelves, the IKEA, I can't remember what they are, Billy, black, one of them. And I really thought they come in useful. There's like this box bit that I think they're covering the slope in the stairs or something like that. And I thought, oh, well, let's put those on there and make a bit of a thing of it. So it makes quite a nice background when I'm on video calls. Got myself a little plant. I got like nice matching folders and things. Yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it. It's a really nice room. Carpet will be going as with the rest of the house. But apart from that, there's like a little bit where we had the electricians put an extra lights plug socket in for me. We need to fix that. But otherwise, this room is very close to being done. Again, if I can get a picture from the listing, then I'll show you. I'll put that up somewhere and you can see. Come on. Oh, and of course the compulsory blanket for the animals to sit on whilst I'm working. Okay, so that's that side of the house. We have a garage, which I'm not going to show you because it's a garage. Garages aren't interesting. I'm not sure if it's the previous owners or the ones before them extended over the garage. So we have like a whole other half to our house. And I'm going to show you this room first. This is Mike's office. This is his office come hobby room. And yeah, same thing. If I've got some photos of it before, I will let you know. He's painted it all white. Need to do a few touch-ups, things like that, but he's painted it all white. Got himself the lampshade blinds. He like totally designed his desk out of what he could get from IKEA. There's a lot of IKEA in our house. The carpet is actually fairly new, but we probably still will eventually change it because it hasn't been well looked after. But otherwise, yeah, it's a really nice room. And then it gets a bit weird. When I say this is the talking point of this house, this corner of the house, like everyone who's been to the house is like, that's really weird. What are you going to do with that in the future? And we're like, I don't know. So let me show you this room first. This is our, oh, I have to turn the light on. Bright orange coffin shower. It's horrendous. I mean, it's really not my cup of tea. We haven't used it because come on then, here you come. We haven't used it because there's some evidence that it's leaked in the past and we don't really trust it. And also the idea of shutting myself into like a, oh, as I keep calling it, the coffin shower, does not, no, I don't like it at all. I don't, it's such a shame because it's a good idea in theory, but just not executed very well at all, I don't think. It's just really, really odd in my opinion. So that, yeah, is a thing. I don't know what we're going to do with it, if I'm entirely honest. And then next to it, so this is like these two doors. Oh, that noise. You come in here and you find, well, on the listing, it was advertised as a bedroom. I don't think this is a bedroom. This is the room. Excuse the litter tray, it's empty. As you can see, this is the room. Now, as you can see, we're using this for a lot of storage at the moment. There's a lot of DIY stuff in here because we've been doing a lot of renovating already and there's no point just going in and out of the garage. So we've got it here, easy to hand. We've also got Mike storing a lot of his Warhammer that he's already made up. And we've got like some of my crafty bits. These drawers are basically empty and they're not even that well made. So they're probably, well, I don't know. We keep flitting between, shall we get rid of them, shall we not? We've got these glorious curtains that they kindly left. They've got like this weird sort of plastic fake wood floor. It's just an odd room. It's a very useful room in the sense that it's you know, good for storage whilst we're figuring out how we want to keep things and arrange things. We did think about converting it into like making this all a master suite and having this as a like this and the shower as a walk-in wardrobe slash you know, ensuite, but Mike's office is not big enough for like wide enough for a bed, like a double bed. You could have a single in there easy, but you couldn't get a double in there comfortably. Just turn that light off. We've talked about if one day we decide to convert the attic into a room, maybe we can make this into like a stairway, like we've got room to put stairs in comfortably then. But I mean, yeah, we haven't got the money for that anytime soon. So it's just going to sit here for a bit while we think about it. I think eventually we probably will get an architect in to see if they come up with any ideas. We've talked about just making it into one big second bathroom because we only have one toilet in the house. But I think it's a bit weird having two bathrooms right next to each other. I've talked about how I could get a toilet downstairs, but I just don't think it's going to be feasible without it feeling like we've just plonked a toilet in the middle of the room. All shut. Oh. It's just very odd. Very, very odd. So that's the house. That's probably a lot longer tour than I was intending it to be. But yeah, that's the house. Hopefully you really like it. Hopefully you can see the potential in it like we can. We always kind of wanted to get something we could put our own stamp on. So knowing that there's plenty of room for that in here. Is great. Like I said, obviously, you know, the kitchen, we weren't planning to spend quite that much money on, but that is all part of the fun of having a house that is a bit older. And people, I mean, the last people lived here for like 20 years. So, and like I say, there was not a lot of love put into this house towards the end, at least. So yeah. So plan for the rest of the day is I want to go up the co-op. I think I said, did I say? I need to go and get some bits and bobs because I want to turn that cooked fruit into like mini crumbles and put it in the freezer so that we've just got one to put our hands on and stick in the oven. I want to get some bits to make us the stew for tonight. I want to take him out and I want to do a little bit of trimming in the front garden. We've got some hedges that are looking a little bit wild. I also really want to cut in the grass in the front, but I don't think it's going to happen because it was so wet yesterday. I think it's just going to end up ripping up all the grass. I think I'm going to walk up to the co-op now and get those bits, and then that will break it up nicely with later when I take him out. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I've just made 3 little apple crumbles, which I'm going to put in the freezer. Basically cooked the apples and then I just made crumble mix and put it on top, and these are little takeaway containers that you can get off Amazon, which I have put them into, so I'll put them in the freezer. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start making my casserole. For those of you who might be interested in what I'm making, this is a photocopy from my mum's cookery book, bless her. She has had this for so long. It's like an old bolognese recipe on the back. It's called liver and tomato casserole, but I call it liver and bacon casserole, and we always called it liver and bacon when I was a kid. You can pause the screen if you want to try and read what to do, but that's what I'm going to make. It's like a real comfort one for me. If you don't like liver, then you're not going to like this, but it is really good. I'm just about to be due on, so it's really good preparation, you know, loads of iron in liver, so really good preparation for that. And I'll serve it probably just with like I think I've got some new potatoes or some baby potatoes I might steam, or we just do boiled potatoes because there's so much gravy. You like pour the gravy over the potatoes and oh, it's just yummy, 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 yummy. Hello. So it is 3:10. I've cooked my stew. It's in the oven. I keep calling it a stew, it's casserole. It's in the oven for like half an hour now, and then what I'll do is I'll just turn the oven off when it's had its half an hour and just leave it in there, and then we can warm it up again later when Mikey gets home. It's pouring down out there now, so I don't think I am going to get my gardening done. Well, when it stops, I do need to take him out, so I think what we'll do is we'll wait for the dinner to have done its half hour, and then you might have to put your little coat on, mate. And here he is, licking crumbs off the sofa. I will brave the elements. I know it doesn't look like I've moved, but I have. We went for a walk. It was meant to not be raining, and the second I got out, the heavens opened. In fact, it started up again now. So, yeah, to prove it, it's a very wet dog. Winston, you soggy. Yeah, you get the zoomies, don't you, when you're soggy? I think I might end the vlog here because it's going to be flipping so long. But by the time I've gone through all the editing of the home tour and whatnot, but I just wanted to say thank you again for hanging around if you have been waiting for me to upload a video. Thank you very much for sticking around. There will be some videos coming. I'm really pleased I picked up the camera today because it's gotten me over that sort of hurdle of having to first pick up the camera. I've done that now. Mike is going to be on his way home soon. Oh no, you're soggy. I don't really want you on the sofa. So yeah, so he's going to be coming home soon, so I want to go and have a bath, and I need to clean the bath before I have a bath, so yeah, I'm going to go and do that. Anyway, thank you very much again. I'm so grateful for you all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and leave me a nice comment, and I'll see you all again very soon for another video. See you later. Bye.